So here we have a proportion, and a proportion is when you have two fractions that are set to be equal to each other. The standard way to solve a proportion is to cross multiply the denominators to the numerators. So that's the first step. So I'm going to take 3 times 6x plus 10. And so I'm going to write 3 times, and you're going to use parentheses if there's more than one thing in the top, 6x plus 10. And again, that's an x, and this is a times, a little bit different. On the other side, I have 6 times 11. On the left side, this is called, when you have a multiple and a sum, you have to do what's called distribute. Both pieces need to be multiplied. So 3 times 6 is 18, so I'm going to have an 18 times x plus 3 times 10 is 30. On the other side, 6 times 11 is 66. Now it looks like an equation we started looking at in chapter 1. And the routine here is to get rid of whatever's added or subtracted. So 30 is added, so I'm going to subtract a 30 on the left and subtract a 30 on the right. The point of doing that is positive 30 minus 30 ends up being a 0. So the only thing left on the left is the 18x. Because adding 0 to it doesn't change that it's 18x. On the right, I subtract 30 from 66 and I get 36. Sometimes I look at that and say, oh, 2 times 18 is 36. But most of the time I have to do a division to get rid of the 18 times. And the point of doing that division is a number divided by itself is 1. 1x could be just called x. And on the other side, pretty sure 18 goes into 36 twice. 18, 18, 6, carry the 1. Yep. So that right side simplifies to 2. So I think x equals 2 here. It's worth our while to check. So although I think that's the answer, I'm going to check. And check just means plug it into the original equation and see what happens. So I'm going to write 6 parentheses plus 10 over 6 question mark equals 11 thirds. And put in that I think the x is really a 2. All right, let's see. We're going to do multiplication before we can add. So 6 times 2 is 12 plus 10. And then we have to divide by 6. So do one part, copy the rest. 12 and 10 is 22. And I can reduce 22 over 6, excuse me, because they are both even. So I'm going to divide by 2. 2 goes into 22, 11. 2 goes into 6, 3. That equals the 11 thirds that was on the other side. And so this does check. Do you have the right answer? Do you have to check? No, but if this is on a test and you really want to know if you're right, it's worth checking. Does that help?
Yeah,
Okay, good. How you doing?
I think I'm ready.
Okay.